We have breaking news out of Croatia this evening as Jarun manager Aussie Villain has started his summer shopping early with the £6 million signing of Sergio Montal from Estudiantes. Now, Villain had this to say just moments ago. Look, we're about to win the title back, which is huge, but I just wanted to send a little message to Dinamo, just a little one, £6 million message that next season is going to be even worse for them. We are the new kings of Zagreb. They've been deposed, and it's not going to change ever again.
Jarune, za tebe mi dijete diše, tu je važno samo jedno, nogomet i ništa više. Jarune.
Hey guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome back to your run on The Impossible Dream. It is Season 8, Episode 12. It is Championship Sunday. At least in game it is, because it is the 4th of May, 2031. And if we avoid defeat today, a draw will do it. We will be champions. Now, there is one or two things to catch you up on. The first is our big new signing, Sergio Montal from Estudiantes. £6 million. We triggered a release fee. Let's have a look at him. And there is quite a bit to like about this guy as a central midfielder. He's got very good technique. He's got very good passing, very good vision, work rate, teamwork, off the ball movement. First, I mean, there's just so much to like, isn't there? And he's only 18 as well. So he was one of the next gen top 50 players. Not sure where exactly he was in the list, but I always go through and scout all those players. And yeah, so he came up and he was willing to join us for $6 million. And so that's what we've done. Now, crucially, there's no release fee in this contract, so that's huge. He wanted one, and I was kind of negotiating with the agent a little bit, and he wanted to use the club as a stepping stone. I took that off, and then when I had to put it back on, or else he wasn't going to talk to us, and then there was no release fee there, so that was brilliant. So he signed with, I think it's $8,500 a week or something, and he is going to be a big part of what we do going forward. He has signed as a star player though, so given the sort of players we already have in midfield, we can talk about this more during the game perhaps. There's going to be some rejigging, but there's always going to be rejigging over the summer anyway, isn't there? Now, there are two games to catch you up on that put us in this position, so let's go see if we've been winning or if Dinamo have been choking. Our first game was against Istra. Torres gave us a lead in first half stoppage time. And it was 2-0 when Bertic picked out Ranocchia. But Istra pulled one back late on. Before Ranocchia sealed the 3 points. So there we go, Ranocchia just continuing to look like, I don't know, like just a brilliant footballer. And a double here, and we cruised it really. At 2-1 it was very much not what they deserved, but yeah, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant performance from us. So the next game was against Hajduk Split. Sithole pounced on a goalkeeping error to give us an early lead. An own goal made it 2-0. And Bertic made it 3-0. But Hajduk got one back in first half stoppage time. Before Antwi and Skoko combined to make it 4-1. So this was just an amazing performance from us. Just watching the highlights, we were using the full width of the pitch. I've sort of taken off playing through the middle, and we're just playing better doing that way. So, but yeah, dominated the game. And this was without guys that have usually been quite good. Bosniak and Ranocchia really didn't have that good of a game. But yeah, we were really strong. Always play Skoko against his former team. He just loves to score against them. So yeah, really strong. So let's look at the league table. And we can see we are 9 points up. Now, Dinamo have already played. They drew. I think it was 0-0 with Hajduk Split. So they can only get to 78 points. If we get a point here, then we're good. Truth with goal difference and the head-to-head as well. Realistically it's done anyway, but we can make it all official with a point. Now we can see here some of the league leaders coming into the end of the season. Finally, we've got somebody else that's up there in terms of the top goal scorers. But yeah, we can see all the other ins and outs there. And let's go and get this game underway. So we're expecting a 4-4-2. We are playing Slaven Belupo. Of course, the second part of this episode... Oh, Videla Vabor is suspended. Second part of this episode will be the end of season awards and goal of the season competitions as well. So we'll let Rupnik get the start. So that's going to mean it's Utonen in goal. Butchman and Williams will be the back two. Actually, no, because I've got to forget to 4-4-2. Never mind, let me change things up here. Alright, so it'll be Utonen in goal. It'll be Triantis, Butchman, and Williams as a back three. Antwi goes down the right. Now, what's wrong with... there's something wrong with Torres, I think, isn't there? No, there's nothing wrong with Torres. Come on in, mate. So Torres and Rupnik will be the width. Then we've got Bosniak, Renokia, Skoko. No, I think Siraj. We had to rest Siraj last time out as well. He'll go at the number 10 behind Bertic and Matanovic. Alright, so we can see the team sheets here. Now, don't remember if we've sent anybody to Slaven on loan. Doesn't look like. I don't recognize any names there, I don't think. I always get Slaven Belupo and Variston mixed up as well, probably because they both wear blue, and it's just that easy for me to mix teams up. But I think it's Variston that we've sent a couple of players on loan to. So, yeah, here we go. Let's see if we can. It'll be a third league title for us, of course, if we get it. And it's been a few years now since we won it. But, of course, even more... well, not more crucially, but as crucially, it guarantees us Champions League qualification unless something has dramatically changed in the coefficients. And that, of course, means 12, 13 million pounds straight away. We can count on that. So, yeah, it's huge. I mean, it's not a give me. You can see Slaven are sort of mid-table. It is away from home. If we were to lose this one, I think we just go ahead with end of season awards. No, we'd probably have to show another game, wouldn't we? Imagine if we choke from here. Oh, how many times have we seen Bertic just not quite be able to find the back of the net from a free kick? Now, of course, if we do get the title wrapped up, one other thing we could look to do is experiment with wingers in a formation. Now, unfortunately, the Tomasek guy, who is really, really good, he's got... he was out on loan. Oh, he might have been who we sent on loan to Slaven, actually. But he did his cruciate ligament, so he's out for 8-9 months. So we called him back so we can, our club will look after his treatment. But obviously, that's not ideal. Now, we do have one or two other wingers that we can play, but we would essentially be doing that formation to try and get him some game time and see if it's worth. Because if we're going to sell him, he's such high potential. What I would like to do is sell him for, say, 6-7 million with a 50%. There's a nice ball for Bertic, who's in behind and cannot beat the goalkeeper. So that's, yeah, I need to make a decision on that, exactly what we're going to do. So the ball is in and then flicked away. But yeah, we've signed two midfielders now, but Montel is the big signing at 6 million and guaranteed first team football, essentially. If we look at the players that we have now, Renokia has another year left on his contract. The way he's going right now, it's difficult to not play him week in, week out. Bosniak is a good player at 25. Could there be a bit of a sell-on value there if we were to sell him and then perhaps get a 50% of a next one? I think at 25, the ball in for Matanovic, and he gets it. Oh, does he? No, he's onside. I'm pretty confident that's a goal. It can be difficult with those crosses that are sort of swinging away from everybody. That is a goal. It can be misleading, but it always looked like he was onside. Williams back to Torres. Torres floats it in. Oh, I tell you what, maybe it's a little closer than I first thought. But either way, it's been given, which is absolutely fine. And yeah, okay, so Zinic here has played him on. So yeah, in terms of midfielders. Truth be told, Skoko, we've probably moved past him a little bit at this point. So if we got a bid in for him, we might let him go. I really like... So we've got Palumbo and Kakavenga. Now, they're both getting up towards the 30 mark. So if we get bids in for them, it might be... Oh, and Matanovic gets another one. It's Hugo Torres again with an assist. And we're getting to the point, Torres and Antwi in particular are both closing in on Roberts's all-time assist record for the club. Now, I don't know if one of them has broken it or not yet. I've been getting sort of alerts, but they sort of just rotate the role. So we must have had, because the record's 15, so we must have had 30 assists come down that right-hand side at this point. But we'll find out at the end of season awards, of course, if there is any club records that have been broken. But yeah, given that we only need to draw this game, it's going quite well, isn't it? So yeah, where's Palumbo? He's pushing 30. Yeah, he's 29 and got a decent transfer value. I think Kakavenga is similar age. So there's a part... Oh, and they've got one back. That's not really what we wanted just before half-time. It says Butchman's going to take the blame for it. And yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's harsh, I think. But the game's given him the blame for it, so we'll jump on board, pile on and blame him for it. Oh, we've got another highlight before half-time. Oh! Well, let's not just give them an equalising goal. I just like a nice, relaxing second half. That's offside. That's offside. That's offside. Come on. We've certainly collapsed, though, haven't we? As soon as I said that should be that. It is offside. Okay, so we've got away with it. He probably shouldn't be. Oh, you wonder if it had gone through first time, if he maybe would have been, it would have been a lot closer. But yeah, I think we just need to just focus a little bit here, boys. We've almost thrown that away there, and we still might, of course. But we will get back out there. Matenovic's double has us lifting the title right now. But yeah, what I was going to say is that we've got a lot of midfielders that are sort of starting to get to the 30 mark, late 20s, early 30s. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean we want to get rid of them, but what it does mean, I think, is if we are going to cash in on them and sell them on, you probably want to start doing it then, because their transfer value is going to start falling at that point, just because there's less years left in their career. So yeah, that's the decisions I'm going to have to make this summer, which is difficult because they've all been brilliant. I mean, Kakavenga has his own goal of the season competition every year. We've seen Palumbo be really good for us. There's a good ball for Bertic, who's in. Matanovic has gone from scorer to creator. And it is 3-1. We've got our 2-goal lead back. And hopefully now that is going to be that. And yeah, it's not the greatest defensive line, is it? Goalkeeper's come out. He probably had to be fair. And yeah, it's 3-1. Excellent stuff. But if you have any thoughts on, on what we do, who we move on, the other one that I'm contemplating moving on is Della Vabora, because we've got Holt, who is training on quite nicely. We've obviously got Rupnik, who is Croatia's left back. And then we've got Reyes, the youngster who's out on loan somewhere. Lokomotiva, maybe he's at. So Della Vabora he's one of those guys where he's good. He's a little bit like Ranocchia, actually, in that he's kind of good at everything, but doesn't exceed at anything either. Now, those sorts of players, as we've seen with Ranocchia, can be very, very useful. But maybe more so in midfield than as a wing-back, and we're not doing great defensively here, and I wonder if it is just because we're up against a 4-4-2 and changed up our way with defending a little bit. I mean, Trientes and Butchman, you're both centre-backs. Someone has got to help Williams in the middle. And that's kind of what that comes back to, isn't it? Let's give it a focus. Torres is walking away from a suspension. I mean, it doesn't matter. If we win this, then we can essentially go on holidays. We're doing okay in terms of possession. Are we trapping them inside? We are trapping them inside. I wonder if we just drop the line back a bit. Here we go. Torres to Bosniak. Yeah, and I think the thing with Bosniak is that he is a decent age, obviously, but we might get a sort of maximum transfer value. But then equally, you don't want to just sell everybody. And then, and Bertic hits the post. It's back there for Siraj! And the goalkeeper makes the save, but it looks like Torres was offside. It's always a balance that we don't want to sell everybody and then end up with a dressing room with no cohesion again and having to sort of start from scratch next season. Rupnik not having a great game. Let's get Captain Holt on for him. It's only a few minutes to go here, though, so it should be absolutely fine. Do we close it out? I don't think we do. Let's go for another goal to celebrate the title. We've got a highlight. Is it going to be 4-2? Is it going to be 3-3? Either result wins us the title. Butchman for Bosniak. Back to Trientes. Trientes gets it wide for Holt. Holt, very good crosser of a ball. Floats it in towards Siraj. It's headed away. Siraj, I thought he was going to win that back then, but not quite. Williams knocks it back to Siraj. Siraj back to Williams. Bosniak. Bosniak, nice ball for Bertic. Ranocchia, look at the run of Holt. We've got it. Holt, pull it back. It's Matanovic. It is Matanovic. It's the hat-trick, and that is the title. Claimed in style in stoppage time. It's 4-2. It's a Matanovic hat-trick. And we are champions once again of Croatia. And we've deserved it this year. We've definitely been... I mean, we've shown that we've been the best side. We've beaten Dinamo 4 times from 4. Shame about the cup that we couldn't have maybe gone a little bit further in that. But it doesn't ultimately matter because there's nothing in the cup for us. So, do we not get a trophy? That's a shame. But, I mean, not the best defensive effort, that one. But it was enough, wasn't it? When you're scoring goals for fun, doesn't matter. So, there we go. Still 3 games to go. So, the season's not done yet. Though, in truth, it's not a great great season, is it? Pretty much. Titles won. Second place is decided. The 3 other European places are decided. And we kind of know who's getting relegated. It's just whether who goes down automatically and who has the chance to save themselves in a playoff. So, Jarun clinch Super Sport Hrvatska title. And Torres is getting himself... He's going to get a lot of bonuses in his career, isn't he? So we've won the league. It's the first time 3 years Dinamo won it since we last won it. We've won the title 1 year ahead of schedule. Everybody's happy with me. And we've moved up. So we are now the 3rd most successful club in the history of Croatian football. Now, obviously, Croatia hasn't been around forever because it would have been part of Yugoslavia back in the day. But... doesn't say, I mean, that, you know, that's a long way forward, isn't it? Jarun Boss is now the most successful manager to ever have coached in Croatia. All right, I'll take that. Mostly, I suppose, that managers would move on from Croatia, wouldn't they? I suppose. But, yeah, that surprises me. So, classy Matanovic, hat-trick, and that's got to put him in as a chance to win Golden Boot in the league, surely. But there we go, crowned champions. What I will do now is I will go and finish off the league campaign. I'll catch you up on all the goals. And then we've got our end of season awards. Alright, so we of course left off with the 4-2 game here against Belupo, but we have 3 other games to catch you up on, so it's the only screen where you wouldn't give away results. The first of those was against Lokomotiva. Now, I experimented with wingers in this one, nothing else for us to play for, so we might as well experiment. Let's see how that experiment went. We went ahead late in the first half when Kovacic crossed for Bertic. And it was 2-0 just after half time when Siraj found Bertic. So, I mean, it was decent enough. You can see there was nothing happening. We had to tweak a little bit just to try and, you know, obviously it's going to take a while to figure out the best way to do it. Now, unfortunately, the Tomasek guy who's really good is injured. Pavlos is a decent youngster as well, left winger. He was horrible. Kovacic played okay. There wasn't enough. If we were to go to this as sort of a first choice formation, it would feel like we're forcing it, particularly because we built a squad with centre-backs and with strikers and less wide players because of the way we play. So it's something that I will keep experimenting with it, probably in the cups, to be honest, because I think the cups are far less important to us now. So that might be where we experiment with things. But yeah, I don't know that it's worth us pursuing on a full-time basis, just based off this one performance. It was good, but it wasn't. We would have done better playing our usual way, I think. So next up, it was relegation threatened Bordeaux. Torres slipped in Misevic to put us ahead early on. But Bordeaux pulled level in first half stoppage time. And then went ahead just after the break, before getting a third before the hour mark. Colombo found Holt to make it 3-2. But Bordeaux got a 4th. And then they got a 5th. So like I was saying, wingers is clearly the way forward for us, particularly defensively. I don't know what happened here. When the game was going really well, you can see even despite the fact we got absolutely battered, we still had 66% possession. We had more than the shot, more shots. We did give Kosic, one of the young goalkeepers, a start. He was doing okay, and then very much not. But even you can see on the XG tracker, there was nothing from them, and then they must have, I'm assuming, tweaked something that I didn't catch on to, and then they just destroyed us, and we just completely stopped playing. So that was disappointing. I think I made all 5 substitutes at the same time. It was one of those games where you know, you can feel your temper bubbling away. So yeah, it was not good. Anyway, final game of the season was against Rijeka. The good news is that it was better defensively. So yeah, 0-0 to finish the season off. It was a bit of a mess, and yeah, it just felt like we weren't bothered, to be honest. You can see again on the XG tracker, we did have chances. We had the better chances, but Kostic played better, which is good. At least it shows he's got something there as a young goalkeeper. I think he's only 18. I should show you, actually. But yeah, just generally speaking, there was nothing happening in that game. So yeah, there you can see there. A little bit of potential about him. It was a good opportunity to give him a chance and see what he did. The clean sheet and conceding 5. So you could say the jury's still out on him. Let's have a look at the final league table, though. And there it is there. It was 85 points in the end. 10 ahead of Dinamo Zagreb, Rijeka, Gorica, and Belupo will be the other teams that join us in Europe. So, and it's Lokomotiva go down, which is a bit of a surprise, actually. We might have a bit of a cheeky look around their squad. And Bordeaux have a playoff, but they've won the first leg of that against Rudez, who I think lost in the playoffs last season as well. They won the first leg 4-1, so I suspect Bordeaux will be staying up as well. And yeah, so that is that. Happy days. Let's go and have our end of season awards. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Croatian Champions End of Season Awards! Oh, thank you, everybody! Thank you so much. Thank you. Well, we're back, aren't we? We are back. A third time Croatian champions. It's been, about 3 years since we last lifted the title, but like I say, we're back now, and hopefully that's never going to be relinquished again. So, yeah, we've got some big signings coming in for next season, but the boys that were here this year did brilliantly, and we're going to hopefully make a big dent in Europe next season as well. Well done, boys. You've been superb, all of you. We're 1 or 2, but we'll keep them quiet for now. So the first award this evening is the Golden Pen, awarded to this season's signing of the year. And this guy, not only was he a very good signing, didn't have a release fee in his contract, and has got the loyalty award as well. So congratulations goes to the Golden Pen winner, Alan Burtich. The next award is the Golden Card, awarded to the player with the worst discipline. And not a great year, to be honest, for discipline this year. It was very good on the main. So 8 yellow cards was enough, and the man that's won it is Reese Williams. The next award is the Golden Spoon, awarded to the man who feeds the strikers, the man with the most assists. And well, the right-hand side for us this season was absolutely prolific. And this guy has set a club record with 19 assists, which is just amazing. Really, really good. So congratulations. The Golden Spoon goes to Hugo Torres. Next award is the Golden Anchor, awarded to the man that we can rely on, the man with the highest average match rating. And well, we had so many guys that were really good this year and on a consistent level. But with maybe 1 or 2 exceptions, this guy, I think, was the standout performer. So congratulations. With an average match rating of 7.69, the Golden Anchor goes to... Get back up here, Hugo Torres. The next award comes to us from the medical facilities. It is the Golden Cross for this season's most injured player. And this guy has missed 43% of the season. He's done himself a nasty injury. I think he's looks a bit like young Forrest Gump walking around the training ground right now. But anyway, congratulations. The Golden Cross goes to Damien Demich Spine Allmarkic. The next award is the Golden Soother, awarded to the baby of the team, this season's best young player. And for the first time in a long time, it's actually going to a young player this year. And it's going to be a hat-trick of awards as well. Congratulations, the Golden Soother is Hugo Torres. The next award is the Golden Boot, awarded to this season's top goal scorer. And we had goals coming from everywhere, but this guy did, I think with the help of penalties, end up on top. So congratulations, 17 goals. The Golden Boot goes to Alan Burtich. The next award is the Horse's Ass, awarded to this season's worst player. And there's no worse player than one that abandoned you halfway through the season. So congratulations, the Horse's Ass goes to Ronaldo Moneybags Avila. And now it's time for an award that means so much to everybody here at the club. I want to take a moment to thank everybody who took the time to vote. It is, of course, Viewers Player of the Year. And I can tell you the player you have voted for is Dion Siraj. Now, before we get to awarding this season's Player of the Year, we do need to acknowledge the Team of the Season. So if you do just direct your eyes up to the board, you will see your goalkeeper is Jantanen. The back four is Delavabora, Fatakanti, Williams, and Torres. The midfield is Sithole, Bosniak, and Palumbo. The number 10 is, of course, Siraj. And the front two are Bertic and Matanovic. Congratulations, guys. You've all been superb this year. Let's hope for more of the same next year, eh? Come on. And now it's time for the big one for this season's Golden Star awarded to our Player of the Season. And as we've already seen tonight, we have had so many good players at the club, consistently good through the year as well. But it's none of them that have won. It's going to be a first award on the evening and a very deserved one as well. Congratulations goes to one of our own, Dion Siraj. Well done. Well done. Congratulations to Dion and the rest of the winners this evening. It's been an amazing season, and I'm really looking forward to next season already. We've got a couple of really good young players already committed to the club for next season, and well, it's going to be a busy summer as we try and build up a squad that we know we're in the Champions League phase. And I want to rattle a few cages when we get there. So I hope you've enjoyed this evening. Thank you for you watching at home. Thank you for you out there in the auditorium. And I'll see you next season back at our home ground, which I, of course, cannot pronounce. But hopefully we'll get a new one soon anyway. Thank you, everybody. Good night. Thank you, Jarun. Thank you. So there we go. End of season awards done for the year. Let's have a quick review of our title-winning season. And we can see here it was Bertic that won signing of the year. The Golden Pen, of course. That's fair enough. Rupnik was a good signing for us. Did we get scores? So a B-. Rupnik was an A+. It's a pretty good score, to be honest. Butchman, despite being a record signing, was a pretty good one, according to the board. Holt is going to be a good signing. I'm pretty confident of that. Fatakanti was a B. Kovacic, I think, again, he's going to be a good signing for us, although only a C. Utanen, jury is out. He didn't cost much, which is maybe his saving grace. This guy we got on a free, hasn't done much. And Pulisic, I mean, he's been injured all the time. It's difficult to know what to make of him because he keeps breaking fingers and hands and arms and all that kind of stuff. Did anybody go and do anything? Santiago went and had a good season, it looks like. Sakanji at Pescara didn't play much. Villa. Look, it serves him right. One sub appearance. Should have stayed. Tamo Brendiak. Now, he was a pig we fattened. Visinton has gone off to Leeds, scored 10 goals, so that's a pretty good time for him. Actually, Brendiak scored 17, so he's done okay there, hasn't he? He's had a good season. A couple of the other youngsters that we let go. Dekic has played a couple of games. Pavicevic has been a sub. Douay at Swansea has played. He's been a first-team regular, you'd say. Tosic, another one of those heartbreakers. And then is there anybody else here? No one's really gone and done anything. Phillip has been a sub, it looks like. Well, we sold a lot of players this season. But yeah, that is that. Season results. So an A- for winning the league. Champions League, that was a tough draw, but still disappointing, wasn't it? Europa League, a B. I think the stage we went out is maybe a little bit disappointing, but the actual campaign itself was probably not too bad. And the cup, you can see there, it was won by Dinamo in extra time over Varazdan. So yeah, they've won something this year, which is nice for them, I suppose. Biggest win was the first game of the year, I think, the 6-0 over Austria Vienna. The match to remember was the 4-2 over Feyenoord. And then the goal of the season, as given by the game, is Skoko's goal against Ludogorets, but we'll be voting on our own momentarily here. The finances, we are still a 3-star reputation. I'd like to get that moving up if we can at all. We can see all the other ins and outs of the finances, roughly the same, a little bit up in some cases, a little bit down in others, but more or less the same. Torres, top-selling shirt ahead of Matanovic, Palumbo, Kakavenga, and Bertic. That's probably all just about fair enough. Team of the season. Now, you can get some interesting teams of the season, but Are we going to say that is roughly right? Probably more or less. It's maybe one or two that consider themselves a little bit unlucky, but I'm going to say that is just about right. So, the accolades. It was Siraj that was Fans Player of the Year. Young Player of the Year was Torres. Signing of the Year, as we just saw, was Bertic. Top goal scorer was Bertic with 17. Hugo Torres, 19, was the top assist, and I believe that is a club record as well. Yes, it is. Torres with most Man of the Match awards, so obviously we don't give that out on the night. Torres again with the golden anchor. And Bosniak was most passes completed. Usually that's almost always a goalkeeper. So well done to him. But yeah, Torres, most assists and Man of the Matches in the season. The highest transfer fee paid was for Butchman. And Avia got himself the fastest goal in club history, which unfortunately will be difficult to break. I'd like to get his name off that history book as quickly as possible though. But anyway, that is that. It's been a very good season. Hopefully next season will be even better, of course. Now, one big bit of news ahead of next season is this. Borders looking to build a new stadium, finally. So let's hope we get it. Let's hope it's, could we dream of like 15, 20,000? I think that's roughly what we would like. Hopefully it'll be named after me. But it says here somewhere that it's not going to be a smooth process. It's going to be a while before anything actually happens. But plans are there, which is good. Very, very good indeed. So that is just about us done for the season. We've got a couple of other things here. There's the cup review and the where are they nows and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, next episode will of course be the end of season. The what's it called? Transfer special, and that's going to be a very good one, hopefully. Now we've got, you can see here, Akbazli indicted. I've been watching too much Trump stuff, haven't I? Inducted even into the overall best 11, albeit on the bench. But while you guys have a look at that, I will just run you through goal of the season. The Skoko goal plus 3 others I deem worthy will be available to vote on. So at the end of this little compilation, there'll be a link down top of the description just below. Click on that, and it'll take you through to the straw poll. I'll announce our winner at, hopefully, if I remember, the first game next season. But until then, hopefully enjoy goal of the season, and I will see you for the transfer special next episode. Take care. And here are our top 4 goals from the 2030-31 season. Don't forget to vote for your favourite.